Good morning to all. Welcome back at ICI CA Tube channel for CA classes. We are here to understand the final accounts concept of CA foundation paper. Good morning to all of you. So many students have sent their good morning. That is really wonderful. Keshav, Shalini, Yash, Pooja, Shivangi, Gunjan, Bhargavi, Anand, Lakshita, Sonam, and all are there. Wish you all of you also happy Teachers Day. You have wished me, that's good. But in future, you are also going to become teacher of number of clients, number of persons. So for that also, thank you very much for sending me such a good wishes for Teachers Day. Bhumika, sir, if we pass entry closing stock account debit to purchase account, it means we have adjusted our closing stock through purchases, and in such a case we will transfer our closing stock in balance sheet only. Exactly right, Bhumika. We can take Gunjan, we can take rent received from property let out on income side or of profit or loss account. Yes, exactly right, because it is an indirect income. Ekta, you need not to be sorry because you are unable to wish me yesterday, because yesterday there is no chance that we may met each other, है ना? Happy Teachers Day, sir. कल के लिए आपके क्लास नहीं थी इसलिए. Exactly. Thank you to all of you. Thanks to everyone. Illustration number 12. Exactly, we will like to discuss illustration number 12, because that will be an illustration which will help us to understand each and every concept of our final accounts. Let's go for illustration number 12. Illustration number 12 निकालो बेटा. So in this illustration, we have discussed some points in our previous lecture also. I would like to review that so that it will be easy for everyone to understand, because those who haven't attended previous lecture, it will be helpful for those also. The following is the schedule of balance as on 31st of March from the books of Shri Gavaskar. So trial balance is given to you. In this trial balance, I would like to ask from you, but in a very speedy manner, that which transaction will go to which side of which account. Either it will go to trading account, profit or loss account, or balance sheet. That you have to tell. Now you will have to answer the queries. I think you are very clear on each and everything, whatever we have studied. So start giving the answers in a very fast and frequent manner. I will ask you. First of all, I would like to start from the trial balance. Whatever is given in trial balance, you know it very well. Those transactions, those items which are given in trial balance will be entered only at one place, either in debit or credit side of trading and P&L account, or asset or liability side of balance sheet. So start from there. Yes. Loan from Vishwanath. Where it will be entered? Fast. Loan from Vishwanath. Time is over. Loan from Vishwanath is a liability for us. It will go in liability side. Provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts. Fast. Provision for bad debts. Provision for bad debts here have a credit balance. Let's see, first of all, it have a credit balance. So I have already discussed with you, it have two treatments. One is it may be treated as by making addition or deduction. And second is by way of preparing an account, provision for bad debts accounts. So you may go either way. Either you may prepare provision for bad debts accounts. If you will prepare provision for bad debts accounts, it will be credited to provision for bad debts account because it have a credit balance. Otherwise, by nature, it will be credited to P&L account. Otherwise, by nature, it is credited to P&L account. But the right way is we may prepare provision for bad debts account, and whatever is the balance figure of that account, that will be transferred to P&L account. By nature, it will be credited to P&L account because it is given in trial balance. It will be added to profit or loss account in simple words. But we are normally doing it by preparing provision for bad debts account. So it will go to provision for bad debts account credit side. Note it down with you. Note it down with you fast. It will not be treated as a reduction from assets. It will not be deducted from debtors as it is given in trial balance. So when provision for bad debts is given in trial balance, then it will be routed through provision for doubtful debts account, provision for bad debts account. We will do it within just next 5 minutes. We will do it. Interest on loan from Vishwanath. Yeah, where it will be entered. Interest on loan from Vishwanath. It will go profit loss credit side, sir. Divesh, if you are talking about this interest on loan, then it is wrong. Interest on loan from Vishwanath. Fast, give me the answer. You must be frequent in giving the answer, because while preparing profit or loss account and balance sheet in your exams, you will have a very limited time to do it. So speed. Credit side, no. Debit side of P&L account, exactly right. Liability side is wrong. Liability side is wrong because when this interest on loan from Vishwanath, when this interest on loan from Vishwanath is entered in the books of account, then what journal entry was passed? Entry was passed interest on loan account debit. You must have to see this thing also. No? Its debit balance is given. So entry is interest on loan account debit to loan account. That has already been done. So it has already been added in loan account. Already done in loan account. But this account is yet appearing in your trial balance. So due to this account will go to, because by nature this is a expense. So if it is an expense, by its nature, it will go to profit or loss account debit side. It will not go to balance sheet liability side. Let it be very much clear. Assumes this is clear. So I think these are the only technical items. Now I would like to discuss with you all the items which you need not to answer. Just check it out. If you are not clear on any point, you may please tell me. This will go to asset side of balance sheet. This will go to asset side of balance sheet. This will go to asset side. This will go to debit side of trading count. I assume you know it, you know about these things. This is an asset, this is an asset, 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 liability, liability. So I think these are clear to everyone. You are very frequent in giving answer. That is very nice. Thanks for following me, giving me the answers as I have demanded. Provision for bad debts already discussed. It will go to debit side of, credit side of, credit of provision account, or credit side of profit or loss account, or deducted from new provisions, because this is an old provision which is to be written off. So it may have three treatments. You may do anything. These are or credit side of provision account, credit side of P&L account, or deducted from new provisions. We may do anything. Purchases, everyone knows, debit side of trading count, purchase return deducted from purchases. Sales, credit side of trading count, sales return deducted from sales. We will come to all adjustments. Just wait. Salaries, everyone knows, debit side of P&L, rent for ground, debit side of P&L, interest on loan, debit side, rates and taxes, debit side, all these are debit items. From here to here, debit side of P&L, then credit side of P&L, debit side of trading count. This is entered in debit side of profit or loss account. This will be deducted from capital. These all will go to debit side of profit or loss account. I think everyone is clear on these points. There is no doubt for these items. Now, coming to adjustment part, depreciate building used for business by 5%. So furniture by 10%. So these two transactions will have a journal entry. We know it very well that these two will have a journal entry, and the entry will be depreciation account debit to asset account. Accordingly, it will go to profit or loss account debit side, as well as it will also be deducted from asset in balance sheet. So it will have dual treatment because it is given in adjustment. We already know that whenever any item is given in, any transaction is given in adjustment, it will be entered, it will be adjusted at two places. So it will be entered in debit side of P&L, as well as it will also be deducted from assets. Then already discussed a steel table means furniture has been purchased and then sold, but the sale proceed were wrongly credited to sales account. Already discussed regarding this, that in this case, what you have to do, you have to pass a rectifying entry, and rectifying entry you already discussed, that will be sale account debit, which has wrongly been credited. So it is to be rectified to furniture account. So it means for, it will be deducted from sales in trading count. Also, it will be deducted from furniture in balance sheet. I think this is clear. Errors. Error is very simple. He says we have wrongly entered a sale of furniture as a normal sale when we will enter a sale of furniture as a normal sale, then the wrong entry which we have passed is this one, cash account debit to sales account. But right entry should be, correct entry should be cash account debit to furniture account. So today we have to make rectifying entry. So cash has already been correctly debited, only sale is wrongly credited, which has been debited now to rectify. Simultaneously, furniture account, which is to be credited, is not credited by us. So we will credit it for rectifying, so that we have done. So the entry is very simple and understandable, I think, because also we have discussed a lot in our previous lecture regarding this entry. Those who are even not clear, they may please see my previous video. Purchase of a typewriter during the year has been wrongly debited to purchase account. So that has also been discussed in our previous lecture, that if a purchase is entered wrongly, that means for we have passed the entry purchase account debit to cash, but the correct entry should be office equipment account debit, because whenever we are purchasing any asset, entry should be asset account debit to cash, not purchase account to cash. It should be known to everyone कि जब भी हम कोई एसेट को परचेज करते हैं या सेल करते हैं, तो परचेज या सेल अकाउंट डेबिट या क्रेडिट नहीं होते, तो कौन सा अकाउंट डेबिट क्रेडिट होता है? एसेट का अकाउंट। तो हमने एसेट अकाउंट को डेबिट करना था, हमने गलती से परचेज अकाउंट को डेबिट किया हुआ है, तो इसको रेक्टिफाई करेंगे। रेक्टिफाई कैसे करेंगे? ये रॉन्ग एंट्री डाली हुई है आपने, ये करेक्ट एंट्री डाली है आपने। तो रेक्टिफाइंग एंट्री क्या होगी? रेक्टिफाइंग एंट्री, कैश तो आपने सही क्रेडिट कर दिया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, दिस हैज बीन डन, बट जो आपने ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट को डेबिट नहीं किया वो कर दो अब। सो ऑफिस इक्विपमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट टू परचेज अकाउंट, परचेज अकाउंट को गलत डेबिट किया, इसको क्रेडिट करेंगे तो ठीक हो जाएगा, बिकॉज रिवर्सल करने से हमारी जो एरर है वो रेक्टिफाई हो जाती है, तो ये एसेट में ऐड हो जाएगा, ये परचेज में से डिडक्ट हो जाएगा। So this will be deducted from purchase and added to asset. Insurance premium is an expense, always remember. So it will be debited to profit or loss account. Is that clear, Gunjan? Provision for bad debts I'll discuss within just few minutes. So these journal entries are to be passed in working note or not. These are not required to be passed anywhere. These are just adjustment. If you are confident that I am right, then you may make adjustments directly. But if you are not confident, then better you may pass entries and in working note and rectify yourself. It is not required to be shown. It is just for your understanding, beta. This is a chapter rectification of error, which you should have to understand, because these are the just normal and rectifying entries. If you will see rectification of error chapter, that will have a very advanced rectifying entries also. If you are not clear in passing rectifying entries, it is very much compulsory that you will have to review that chapter, do that chapter sincerely. Number of times we get 5 to 10 marks question or more from that chapter. Also that chapter has impact on all the other chapters, like final accounts of manufacturing, non-manufacturing, final accounts of non-profit organizations, consignment, joint venture, everywhere that have an impact. So don't miss that chapter. That is very important. How 15 came in working note of insurance premium. Let's wait. I'll discuss. Do what is not done rule. Exactly right, beta. Freight on purchase kya hoga? Freight on purchase is a direct expense, hence entered in trading count. Sir, where will the loose tools enter? Loose tools is an asset. It will be go to asset side. Muhammad, I assume everyone, the doubts of everyone is clear. Those who are not clear are relating to adjustments. We will discuss the adjustments point by point. So value of stock at the end will be entered at two places because it is given in adjustment. Everyone knows it. It will go to credit side of trading count, as well as it will also go to asset side. 2 months rent for godown is outstanding. That is a good point. 2 months rent for a godown is outstanding. So how to do it? For that purpose, just go and check it out. How much is the ground rent given in your trading count, in your trial balance? In your trial balance, ground rent is already given to you. Yeah, 55,000. So that has been given to you, 55,000. Now he says 2 months ground rent is pending. What it means for beta? This means for this means for that ground rent is normally every expense is for 1 year. So every expense is paid for 1 year, 12 months. He says it's pending for 2 months. That means for already paid for how many months? 10 months. Am I clear to everyone? It has already been paid for 10 months. When it has been paid, entry is passed, rent for godown account debit to cash, and the amount is 55,000. So this 55,000 meant for 10 months only. This is clear to everyone, because this entry has already been passed. Due to that reason, it is appearing in trial balance. So 55,000 is for 10 months. So how much will be for 1 month? 5,500. So amount of outstanding rent is for 2 months. That is 5,500 into 2. That is 11,000. So this is the amount of outstanding rent which is to be generalized by us. So what is the entry for outstanding rent? Everyone knows it now, because we have done this first adjustment as a maybe first adjustment. In this case, it will be added to expense. Also, it will be credited to balance sheet as a outstanding expense, as a outstanding liability. So it will have double treatment. It will have double treatment. Added to expenses means added to rent for godown. So rent for godown will be 55,000 plus 11,000, which will be shown in profit or loss account, debit side, and in balance sheet, you will have to show outstanding rent in liability side worth rupees 11,000. Am I clear to everyone? Very good. Very good. It means for everyone is clear. Interest on loan from Vishwanath is payable at 12% per annum. This loan was taken on 1st of May 2019. So let's understand this concept also. 1st May 2019, you have taken this loan, and this is payable at the rate of 12% per annum. So what to do with it? For this purpose, you will have to see that, check it out, that how much should be the interest on loan amount. Go and check it out in the question. First of all, check the loan amount. Loan amount is 3 lakhs. This is given here. So interest on loan is given to you. It is 27,000. Check it out. And what is the period? Let's check the period also. This is as on 31st of March 2020. And the opening stock is given on 1st of April 2019. That means for our accounting year is 2019, 1st April 2019 to 31st of March 2020. This is the accounting year. And for how much period you have to pay the interest? Interest is to be paid from 1st of May 2019, because loan is taken on 1st of May 2019, not on 1st of April. You have to calculate interest for this period. Now, why this information is given? So that you can check it out whether the interest amount is correctly calculated or not. Let's check it out. Loan is 3 lakh rupees into 12% per annum into how many months are these? These are 11 months. Check it out. 1st May to 31st of March. It is 11 months into 11 by 12. So You will have to get it. How much it is? This is 3 lakh. Fast, get it. आप लोग भी निकालो. That will be better. It should be 33,000. So the amount is 33,000. But till now we have paid only 27,000. So minus paid 27,000. So balance 6,000 is pending. This is what? This is outstanding interest. So this will have double treatment. It will be added to interest in profit or loss account debit side. So interest will be shown in profit or loss account as 27,000 plus 6,000 outstanding. So 33,000. Simultaneously in balance sheet, you have to show it. In balance sheet, you have to show outstanding interest worth rupees 6,000. So this will be shown in liability side of balance sheet. Am I clear? Very, very good. Very good. So this is the understanding which is required while doing these questions. So I assume you are all good in these. You can easily do it. I'm sure that there is no doubt to anyone in this. If there is any doubt, please tell me. Otherwise, I will proceed to the next point. Coming to provision for bad debts, it is 5% of sundry debtors that is given to you. So what we are doing, the pro forma is like this. I would like to give you the pro forma already discussed also. Provision for bad debts new is 5% of sundry debtors, but before that you will have to adjust your debtors, because while calculating 5% you need adjusted debtors, not the debtors that are given in your trial balance only. So let's adjust the debtors first. Check it out. Is there any adjustment in debtors? Check it out. Any entry which we have passed, rectifying entry in which debtors are affected. So there is no such entry which we have passed. Even you have to check the remaining adjustments. Is there any other remaining adjustment? Check it out. Insurance premium. Let's do the provision for bad debts adjustment at the end. Do the other adjustments first. Insurance premium include 40,000 paid toward proprietor's life insurance policy. So this is purely a drawing. So if any drawing is made, it will be deducted from insurance premium account because it is not an expense. This payment is a asset for us. This is a drawing for us. Drawing is an asset, beta. Let it be very much clear. So the entry should be, or adjustment should be, it will be deducted from insurance premium, whatever is given in your trial balance. In your trial balance, insurance premium is given worth rupees 55,000 maybe. Yeah, it is 55,000. So you have to deduct 40,000 out of it as drawings, and that drawings will be shown as a deduction from capital account in your balance sheet. So I would like to write here so that it should be easy for you. Deduct from insurance premium in profit or loss account. Also deduct from capital as drawings. Now balance of the insurance charge covers the period of 1st of April to 30th of June. Now balance how much? Total insurance premium is given to you in trial balance. It is 55,000. He says 40,000 is drawings. So balance 15,000 is for how much months? How many months? He says it is for 15 months. Let's check it out. 1st of April to 30th of June. It is 15 months. You may check it out. April से लेकर जून तक कितने months बनते हैं? It is 15 months, beta. But we'll have to enter expenses for 1 year only, for 12 months only. So the advance payment made by us for 3 months will be deducted as a prepaid expense. So minus prepaid expenses for 1st April 20 to 30th June 20. Okay, so this is 15,000 is for 15 months. How much will be for 3 months? 3,000. So that will be deducted as a prepaid expense. So balance 12,000 will be shown as an expense. This prepaid will also go to asset side. Prepaid insurance premium 3,000. Advertisement is by nature as an expense. So whenever it is given in trial balance, it means for it is a revenue expense entered in debit side of P&L. Sakaldeep Paswan. Pooja Kumari, bad debts will come. I assume everything is clear. If interested to note it down, please note it down. Otherwise, I would like to erase it. So coming to provision for bad debts, for that we know it very well, there is no adjustment in debtors. So let's note it down with you. Whenever provision for bad debts is to be calculated, first of all, I would like to give you the concept of provision for bad debts. This is a new provision, whichever is given in adjustment, that is given in adjustments. So adjusted debtors are required into rate by adjusted debtors into rate by 100, whatever rate is given to you. Now, how to get the adjusted debtors, that you should be understood. Adjusted debtors means for debtors after all adjustments, whatever is given to you, minus bad debts given in adjustment only, not trial balance. If any bad debts is given in adjustment, that is to be deducted. So this is the amount of adjusted debtors. So new provision is calculated accordingly. In the given case, what is the amount of adjusted debtors that we have to see? Debtors are worth rupees 8,60,000. The debtors are worth rupees 8,60,000. Into 5%. So it is 43,000. So this is the amount of provision for bad debts. This is a new provision. How to adjust it? This simple method I would like to give you so that you can easily do it. I have given you the method, provision for bad debts account. For that, you will have to just debit, credit. First of all, balance brought down. If any provision is given to you, that is given to you 30,000 rupees. Then balance carried down, new provision, whatever you have created, that is 43,000. So new provision is with you, old provision is with you. Now, any further bad debts, if any bad debts are there, that is to be entered here, that is to be written off here. Now that is not given here. So due to that reason, whatever is the balance sheet figure, that will go to P&L account, profit and loss account, 13,000. So profit and loss account is debited. It means for in profit and loss account, we will debit 13,000 rupees. This is a one method. Second thing is you can do like this. One method I have already discussed, that is we will have to create the old provision, that is balance brought down. This is old provision that is given in trial balance. So this is to be created. This is 30,000 rupees in the given case. Then whatever is the new provision, that is balance carried down. This is new provision. also which is given in adjustment. We can say it. This is 43,000 in the given case. Whatever bad debts are there, bad debts only which are given in adjustments. Bad debts given in adjustments. Whatever the amount is there, whatever bad debts are given in your trial balance, that will be entered here, which is not there. In this case, this is not there. So whatever is the balance sheet figure, that will be transferred to profit and loss account. This is balance sheet figure. So in this case, it is 13,000 rupees. Yeah. If there is any bad debts, that should be entered here. Is there any bad debts given in the question? Please check it out. Yes, bad debts are given. It is 20,000 rupees. So it is given in accordingly, it will be adjusted. It will be 33,000. This is the one method. Second method I would like to give you, that is new provision. Whatever is given to you, add bad debts given in trial balance, whatever is there, add bad debts given in adjustment, whatever is there, whatever the amount is, deduct old provision that is given in trial balance. This is the new provision, so it is given in adjustments. You may remember anything, whatever you feel better. So this will go to P&L account. This will go to P&L account. If it is positive, it will be debited to P&L account. If it is negative, it will be credited to P&L account. So in the given case, if you will see, new provision is how much? New provision is 30,000 rupees. Trial balance, bad debts are given to you in trial balance, that is 20,000 rupees. In adjustment, there is no bad debts given to you. Sorry, it is new provision is 43,000 rupees. Plus bad debts given in trial balance, it is worth rupees 20,000. No bad debts are given in adjustment, minus old provision, that is 30,000. After deducting this, you will get 33,000. So this is positive, hence debited to P&L account. Now, how to make adjustment in balance sheet? Let's come to balance sheet. In debtors, you have to deduct only those bad debts which are given in adjustment. Only those provisions which are given in adjustment. This means for new provision. I would like to give it a good name, that is new provision, minus new provision, that means for given in adjustment. So this will be the amount of data to be shown. In the given case, it is 8,60,000 minus 43,000 minus new provision that we have done. No bad debts are given in adjustment. So in that balance sheet, it will be shown, debtors will be shown worth rupees 8,17,000. Is that clear? This is the old provision beta which we have taken. This is not bad debts. This is old provision that is given in trial balance. New provision for bad debts is 33,000. No, beta. How 30,000 come? Okay. Beta, see here it is. Here provision for bad debts is given in trial balance. This is worth rupees 30,000. So that I am talking about provision for bad debts given in trial balance. Whatever provision for bad debts are given in trial balance, that is called old provision. That is called old provision. So that I have taken first of all. See here it is. I have taken this 30,000. Here also I have taken 30,000. This is old provision given in trial balance. Then 33,000 is a balance figure. 43,000 I have already shown you how I have calculated it. That is 8,60,000 into 5% beta. And 20,000 is the amount of bad debts given in trial balance. See here it is. क्रिस्टल क्लियर सर। पहले तो आपके कह रहे थे credited of PN. Yes, another way, that is a third method which I have already discussed, ki we can enter old provision in the credit side. Another way is there, we can enter old provision in the credit side and new provision in the debit side of P&L account. This is all up to us, whatever we will do. If you are interested, you may do like this also. You may enter by provision for bad debts, whatever is given in adjustment here, that is 30,000 rupees. In that case, here you have to enter new provision only, that is 43,000, and simultaneously you may enter further bad debts, whatever is there, that is not given here. Any bad debts given in trial balance will be entered here. See here it is. It will become 63,000. So you have debited it with 63,000 and credited it with 30,000. So what is the balance? Balance means net adjustment. You should have to understand the concept. Concept is very, very, very simple. You may do anything, whatever you like, because this is given differently in different books, as well as you may also get different type of questions in your exam. Number of times he may demand from you to prepare provision for bad debts accounts. Then in that case, you will not be able to prepare it if you will not understand this concept. So due to that reason, I have given you the concept of preparing this account. This concept made it very clear that we have to credit this 30,000 rupees as the opening balance, and then balance carried on. Concept is there. Actually, provision for bad debts account is what? What is provision? Provision always meant for credit. So if any particular provision, whatever is given in your trial balance, that mostly have only credit side, it have a credit balance. So it have two ways. Whatever is given in trial balance, you may either enter it in the credit side of provision account, or you may enter it in the profit or loss account. It is up to your choice. If you are interested to prepare provision account, you may enter it in the provision account. If you are interested to go for, if you are not interested to prepare provision account, you may enter it directly also. There is no problem. Logically, you should have to understand this thing, that this is a reversal of old provision. This is a reversal of provision created last year. जो प्रोविजन हमने पिछले साल क्रिएट करी थी, ये उसका रिवर्सल है. ये वो प्रोविजन है जो लास्ट ईयर में आपने क्रिएट करी थी. इसको हमने रिवर्स करना है. रिवर्स कैसे होगी? हम इसको क्रेडिट कर देते हैं. पहले हमने क्या किया था? पहले लास्ट ईयर हमने इसे डेबिट कर दिया था P&L अकाउंट को. अभी क्या करेंगे? हम P&L अकाउंट को क्रेडिट कर देंगे. तो वो हमारी मर्जी है. वो दो तरीके हैं मैंने बताया. एक तो ये तरीका है, दूसरा है कि आप इसे प्रोविजन अकाउंट बना के प्रॉपर करें. उसके बाद जो न्यू प्रोविजन आप क्रिएट करते हो, जो प्रोविजन आपकी एडजस्टमेंट में गिवन है, ये न्यू प्रोविजन आपने क्रिएट करनी है. और कोई भी अगर हम न्यू प्रोविजन क्रिएट करते हैं, उसको कहां डालते हैं? आपको पता है कि प्रोविजन जो जाती है वो प्रॉफिट और लॉस अकाउंट में जाती है, एक दूसरा बैलेंस शीट लायबिलिटी साइड में जाती है. ये आप सभी को पता है. तो प्रॉफिट और लॉस में मैंने उसे डेबिट कर दिया, और बैलेंस शीट में मैंने जाके डेटर्स में से माइनस कर दिया. तो डेटर में से माइनस करना या लायबिलिटी साइड में डालना, वन एंड द सेम थिंग. सही तरीका है कि उससे हम लायबिलिटी साइड में डालें. बट क्योंकि ये टीचर्स जो हमें पढ़ाते रहे हैं +1 +2 में, ये लोगों को प्रैक्टिकल चीजें नहीं पता, तो ये लोग तो उठा के डालते जा रहे हैं, डेटर्स में से माइनस करते जा रहे हैं, तो हमें भी वही करवाना पड़ता है, नहीं तो आप लोगों का सारा बेस हिल जाता है। मैं यहाँ पर बार बार यही बात क्लियर करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि ये न्यू प्रोविजन है जो आपको एडजस्टमेंट में गिवन है, ये ओल्ड प्रोविजन है जो ट्रायल बैलेंस में गिवन है। जो ट्रायल बैलेंस में ओल्ड प्रोविजन गिवन है, इसको आपको रिवर्स करना है। पिछले साल क्या किया था, डेबिट किया था। अभी आपने 43,000 को क्या किया, डेबिट कर दिया P&L को। तो नेक्स्ट ईयर क्या करोगे, नेक्स्ट ईयर ये ट्रायल बैलेंस के अंदर आ जाएगी, बिकॉज आपने क्रिएट करके इसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड कर दिया। ये डेटर में से माइनस होकर खत्म नहीं होती। whatever is entered in balance sheet that will be carried forward to the next year। चाहे आप उसमें से माइनस भी कर देते हो तब भी वो नेक्स्ट ईयर जाती है। तो बैलेंस शीट में वैसे भी डेटर में से माइनस नहीं करनी चाहिए इसे, लेकिन आपके टीचर्स ने करवाया हुआ है, आपको वही बेस क्लियर है, तो हम लोग भी कह देते हैं कि डेटर में से माइनस कर दो। अदरवाइज इसे लाइबिलिटी साइड में डालना चाहिए, और ये नेक्स्ट ईयर जाएगी, नेक्स्ट ईयर जाके ये क्रेडिट साइड में डालनी पड़ेगी आपको P&L के, इसको खत्म करना पड़ेगा। मुझे उम्मीद है ये सारी चीजें आपको क्लियर हो गई हैं। सर, इफ वी प्रिपेयर प्रोविजन अकाउंट देन द बैलेंस शुड बी डेबिटेड इन P&L अकाउंट। एग्जैक्टली राइट। I didn't get the calculation. Can you take an example of further bad debts shown in adjustment? Exactly, there's no problem. Assume bad debts given in trial balance worth rupees 50,000. Bad debts given in adjustment worth rupees 40,000. Debtors are given to you worth rupees 10 lakhs. Provision given to you, trial balance 10,000. Provision given in adjustment, this will always be given by way of percentage, 5%. So how to do it? Let's understand this very simple way. Actually, this is given in trial balance. First of all, try to understand the treatment. Calculation is the second part. This is a given in trial balance. So it will go to profit or loss account, debit side, and finish. This is given in adjustment having double treatment. It will go to profit or loss debit side, and also it will be deducted from debtors. Now this provision is given in trial balance. This will be credited to P&L account. This provision is given in adjustment having double treatment. One is it will be debited to profit or loss account. Second is it will be deducted from debtors, or I can say correctly that it should be credited to balance sheet, that is liability side of balance sheet. But normally you are doing it by this way. I am also saying same thing, minus debtors. So these are the simple things. Now how to make calculations? Calculation is very, very simple. Nothing is difficult in the world. Let it be very much clear. Don't assume it as difficult, then it will be understandable. You बचपन से ना आपको टीचर्स ने कहा ये बड़ी डिफिकल्ट चीज है, बड़ी डिफिकल्ट चीज है, इसलिए डिफिकल्ट हो गया बेटा। नहीं तो हिमालय पे चढ़ने वाले का तो कभी चढ़ ही नहीं पाता, वो तो हिमालय पे भी चढ़ गया। अगर आपने बचपन से ये सोचा होता कि मैंने सीए करनी है, तो फिर आप टीचर्स की बात को इग्नोर कर देते कि ये डिफिकल्ट है, आप उसको इजी बना के खुद ही कर लेते। जब मैं अपने टीचर के पास गया, मैंने कहा मुझे एक क्वेश्चन कर दो ये फाइनल अकाउंट का, मुझे अपने असाइनमेंट में करके भेजना है सीए की। तो उन्होंने 1 महीना रखने के बाद मुझे वापस कर दिया, कहते मेरे से ये सॉल्व नहीं होता। फिर मैंने वो क्वेश्चन खुद सॉल्व करके आईसीआई को भेजा और उसके मुझे पूरे मार्क्स मिले। ये तो आपने देखना है कि आप क्या करने जा रहे हो, आपने सीए करनी है, वो आपके टीचर्स ने सीए नहीं करनी थी। लेट इट बी वेरी मच क्लियर। चलो अब इसकी प्रोविजन निकालते हैं। प्रोविजन कैसे निकालेंगे? प्रोविजन निकालने के लिए यू विल हैव टू डू वन थिंग, यू विल हैव टू टेक डेटर्स 10 लाख माइनस bad debts given in adjustment, that is 40,000. So it is 9,60,000 into 5%. So it is worth rupees 48,000. So the simple way is most simplest way, which I assumes, that is you may just do it like this. Bad debts given in trial balance, enter it in the debit side of P&L. Bad debts given in adjustment, enter it in the debit side of P&L, also deducted from debtors. Provision given in trial balance, enter it in the credit side of P&L. Provision given in adjustments, enter it in the debit side of P&L and deducted from debtors. If you are interested to remember it, note it down. लिख लो बेटा। कैलकुलेशन भी बता दी मैंने, सारे मेथड करवा दिए इसमें, इससे ज्यादा इसमें कुछ नहीं है। बेटा आपके सामने है मोहम्मद, जो मैंने करके दिखा दिया। बैड डेट्स इन एडजस्टमेंट वी हैव टू एंटर इन प्रॉफिट और लॉस अकाउंट एज वेल एज वी हैव टू डिडक्ट फ्रॉम डेटर्स आल्सो। ये 10-15 बार भेजने से मोहम्मद इसका कोई डिफरेंट मीनिंग नहीं हो जाएगा। सो सर, कैन वी राइट प्रोविजन इन बैलेंस शीट एज लाइबिलिटी साइड? एग्जैक्टली, दिस इज द राइट वे. In future you will have to write, because if you will go for the corporate accounting, you must have to write it. There is no other way. If you will write it, if you will deduct it from debtors, they will deduct your marks. Please use English while advising, because sir, you have advised in Hindi, I didn't understand. Let's understand this thing. Whenever bad debts is given in trial balance, you will have to do one thing, beta. You will have to, a number of times I'm trying to explain everything in English and Hindi both, but there may be a rare chance when I have left it. So you may please remember, memorize me, there's no problem, I'll explain. Whenever bad debts are given in trial balance, beta, you will have to do one thing. Debit, it will be entered in the debit side of P&L account. Whenever bad debts are given in adjustment, you will have to do dual treatment. Dual treatment is enter debit side of P&L as well as deducted from debtors both. So dual treatment is there. Whenever provision for doubtful debt is given in trial balance, provision for bad debts or doubtful debt, one and the same thing, it will be credited to P&L account. That's it. Single treatment. But whenever provision for doubtful debt is given in adjustment, you have to calculate it, and then you have to debit it to P&L account and also deduct from debtors. That I have explained it. Maybe everyone is clear. Provision for doubtful debt account. If you will prepare it by way of account, then it is by this way. Yesterday also I have explained it. By balance brought down. This is old given in trial balance. Enter it here. That is 40,000. This is 10,000. Then you have to make two balance carried down. This is closing provision. New provision we can say given in adjustments. In this case, it is 48,000. Then two bad debts. Whatever bad debts are given to you in trial balance, 50,000. Two bad debts, whatever is given in adjustment, that is 40,000. So whatever is the balance figure, that will go to P&L account. This is a one method which I have discussed with you. Second, I have already given you, maybe I have given you each and everything, whatever is possible in this case, 1,28,000 maybe. If you will prepare profit or loss account, then if you are interested to enter it directly in profit or loss account, then you will enter it like this. By provision for bad debts, that is 10,000. Two bad debts given in trial balance plus further bad debts that is given in adjustments. We are calling it as further bad debts also, plus new provision. You may see whatever is easy for you, you may do it. There's no problem. I think this is more easy than everyone else, but number of times 5 marks or 10 marks questions may come to you in which they will demand provision for doubtful debt account from you. In this case, you will have to do it. So it is up to your choice. Now understood. I think everyone is fully satisfied. Now tell me if there is any other doubt in your final account for non-manufacturing entities. No doubts. Very, very good. So those who are clear on final accounts, provision for bad debts, please send me. It's clear so that I can understand that those who are clear and those who are not clear. Please send me. Clear or not clear? I'm just asking you. Tell me whether it is clear to you or not. This has been assumed as the most toughest point in your final accounts by the teachers, by the students. I may assume that this is clear to everyone. So I would like to see, sir, one more illustration, sir. No matters, beta. You may do it yourself. If it is clear, it is really wonderful. These are the points for provisions. We'll see. There's a one illustration given to you. You may better ask me the doubts if there is any doubt. Very good, sir. If we write provision for doubtful debt in liability side of balance sheet, then we don't have to deduct it from debtors, right? Rohini, you are 100% correct. If we will show provision for bad debts given in adjustments in liability side of our balance sheet, then it is not required to be deducted from debtors. You are 100% right. Sir, I have doubt in question number 7. Question number 7. Sayam, this is our duty to make more and more practice because it will always be beneficial. No, Manvi, I'm telling to Manvi. Let's understand question number 7. But before that, if there is any other doubt, please tell me. I'm coming to practical question number 7. I think you all have done all the illustrations and all the questions of this chapter because I have already given you a homework for the same. Please explain the second and third adjustment also. Of which question? Lakshita, which question? Explain second and third adjustment. Page number 7.4849, sir. Can you say how to learn these tabular columns? I'll come, no matter, repeat old. No matters, there may be some other questions also. Sheikh, I will let you understand all let you understand there. Have you done these questions, beta? Question number 1, practical question number 1, practical question number 2. These are very important. If you will do these questions only, then you can say that I can clear this exam easily. If you're not doing it, you're just seeing. Because the right way of practicing, right way of clearing the exam is just to solve the question personally. If you will solve the question on your copies, you must have to solve each and every presentation. Doesn't matter while solving questions at your home, but it is mandatory that you have to do each and every questions by yourself. Don't see this is an adjustment, we can do it, this is an adjustment, this is to be done by this way, this is an adjustment. No, you will have to do the complete question on your copies. Once you will do the question on your copy, you will understand, you will be more clear on each and every topic. So I assume that everyone has done these questions on their copies. If you haven't done, you must have to. I got a problem in question number 7, but there is no question number 7. Maybe you was asking about practice. Illustration number 7, maybe. Yes, illustration number 7 you was asking. So what is your doubts in illustration number 7? A adjustment. Okay, okay. Beta, see here it is. In illustration number 7, he says rent received from property let out is rupees 3 lakhs. So it is an income. Rent received from property let out. Let's see what is the basic concept behind this. He says balance sheet on 1st of April is given to you. This is on 1st of April 2019. During 1920, his profit and loss account revealed a net profit of 18 lakh 30,000. This was after allowing for the following. He has already allowed these, means these has already been entered while doing this. He says rent received from property let out is allowed, that is 3 lakh rupees. But while preparing the profit or loss account, he has forgotten to provide for outstanding expenses 1 lakh 80,000, prepaid insurance 20,000, drop the balance sheet at the end of the year that he is interested to get from you. So it is really very easy. You need not to worry. This has already been done. He says during 1920, his profit or loss account has already been made after adjusting rent received from property. So that is to be entered and he has entered it correctly. There's no worry. There's no problem for this. Depreciation is already entered. That must be entered. Provision for doubtful debt is already entered. Because what he's saying, just try to understand his concept. He says this was after allowing for the following. This profit or loss is already calculated after allowing all these. So if these are already allowed, why what we have to do now? Nothing. For these A, B and C adjustment, we doesn't need to do anything. वो कह रहा है कि ये 18,30,000 18,30,000 का जो हमने प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेट किया है, ये सब कुछ करने के बाद है. इसमें तीनों एडजस्टमेंट्स हम कर चुके हैं. इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी डन इट, देयर इज नो वरी. तो कर चुके हो तो अच्छी बात है ना, हमें दोबारा थोड़ा करना है. बट वो से कह रहा है, ही सेज दैट दिस हैज नॉट बीन डन. So if this is not done, you will have to do it. Outstanding expenses, we know it very well. Those are to be added to expenses. So if you will add it to expenses, obviously your expenses are going to profit or loss debit side. That means for your expenses will increase. So due to that reason, he has entered it here. And prepaid expenses, we know it very well. These are deducted from expenses. If these are to be deducted from expenses, it means for these are credited to P&L account. In profit or loss account, whatever is an expense, that is whatever increases your expense, that is debited to P&L account. Whatever decreases your expense, that is credited to P&L account. That it means for. So we know it very well. Prepaid insurance is always deducted from expenses. So instead of deducting from expenses, because now expenses are not available with me, those are already been entered. So due to that reason, we have to enter it in the credit side. And this has to be added to P&L account, added to expenses. So it meant for it has been debited to P&L account. So this is all simple and very clear. And talking about balance sheet, he says balance sheet is not prepared yet. So you have to prepare the balance sheet also in this question. Balance sheet we can prepare after making entry of, after recording current assets and liabilities. Those are given to you. He has already given you what is the current asset, what are the current liabilities, cash and bank, all things are given to you. So this is very simple. I think this is clear to everyone. Ninth MCQ, very good. 7.48 page I would like to discuss first because someone has asked about that also. 7.48 and 7.49 page. Can you say, sir, can you say how to learn these tabular columns? Let's see what it is. 7.48. No, this is nothing. Basically, this is a summary given to you on 7.48 page, beta. Can you say how to learn these tabular columns? Tabular columns, what it is? No tabular column is there like this. Bala Sanjana, I'm unable to understand your query. Sir, can we write return inward or outward in opposite side in state of deduction from sale or instead of deducting from purchase or sale? No, it is not mandatory. You may deduct it from sale or purchase. That is better. Showing provision is liability side or deducting from debtor. Better option is you will have to go for liability side. This is the right way only. Other way is purely wrong, but normally students are writing it and teachers are checking it. Adjustments, I have already discussed adjustment same. I think that's clear to you. Practical question number 1, adjustment number 467. Practical question number 1. Okay, practical question number 1. See, practical question number 1 beta. Yeah, adjustment number 467. Yes, he says loan account from Dena Bank in the books of Ganguly appears as follow. This is adjustment practical question number 1. Okay, this is basically two balance by balance brought down. This is a loan, so 50,000 was the opening balance of the loan account, and then we have taken further loan worth rupees 50,000. This may be for the purpose of calculation of interest. Maybe interest rate will be given to you in this question. Yeah, interest rate may be given to you. Just see where it is. Loan from Dena Bank is given to you 1 lakh at the rate of 12% per annum. So in this case, he says this 1 lakh includes loan taken on 1st of April 2019 worth rupees 50,000, on which 12% interest for 6 months will be charged. So it will be worth rupees 50,000 into 12% into 6 by 12. This is 3,000 rupees. And this 50,000 will have no interest because this has been taken on 31st of March 2020. So no interest will be charged on it. Only the interest will be charged on 50,000. So interest paid includes 3,000 paid to Dena Bank. So it means for interest is total interest due is 3,000. Already we have paid 3,000. So there is nothing outstanding. So there is nothing outstanding in it. Let's see. Interest paid. This is 4,500 given to you in the question. So interest paid includes 3,000. It's okay. There's no problem at all. So nothing is to be done for interest because 3,000 is the actual interest and we have paid only 3,000. So it's okay. Remaining 1,500 is some other interest which you have paid. There's no worry for that. So it is not a problem. Then he says fourth, your adjustment 4th, 6th and 7th. Hai na? Now interest received represents 1,000 received from sundry debtors due to delay on their part and the balance on investments and deposits. Okay, this is to be calculated by us. So see what are the investments. We have investment worth rupees 25,000. This is at the rate of 5% on 1st of April. So you have to get it. This is for the full year. So interest is 1250. 5% for 1 year. This is 1250. Interest received represent 1,000 from sundry debtors. So how much interest received is given to you? See here it is. It is 7250. Okay. Any other investment or deposits? Yes. There's another deposit worth rupees 1,50,000 on which interest at the rate of 10% for full year will be received. That is because it is on 1st of April. So 15,000 is this one. So interest should be 15,000 plus 1250. But how much is actually received to us? how much is actually received to us. He says till date we have received only 7250. This is given to you in the question. We have received only 7250. But how much should be received? We have to receive 16,250. Now he have received 7250, but out of this 1,000 is from debtors. So from investments we have received only 6250. 6250. So total interest outstanding, that is interest accrued, we can say. This is our income. So this is interest accrued 10,000 rupees, which will be added to your interest in P&L account credit side. In P&L account credit side, what you will do, you will enter there interest 7250 plus interest accrued, that is 10,000 rupees. So it is 17,250 to be shown in profit or loss credit side. Simultaneously in balance sheet asset side, there is a current asset of worth rupees 10,000 accrued interest. So that means for this. In this given illustration, we just have to maintain outstanding and prepaid to find out exactly right. After finding new net profit, we will find the balance sheet exactly right. बिल्कुल सही है बेटा. It's theory 1 on page number 4.46. I'll come to that, sir. Practical question number 1, 4, 6, 7, 8 adjustments. I have done 4, 6, 7, maybe 8th also I will do. No problem. Is that clear? Sir, explain practical question number 1. I have done some steps. Please. Sure. Exercise 1.9 in illustration why we have reduced insurance premium paid from capital in balance sheet. Basically, Ishan wished insurance premium is basically a personal expense in that for some amount that is given in adjustment. Whatever insurance premium is a personal expense that will be deducted from expenses in profit or loss account, and also that will be shown in the balance sheet as a drawing. So drawings are always deducted from capital. We know it very well. Due to that reason, insurance premium, which is a personal expense, will be deducted from capital. In that, all treatments are given of all balance sheet and P&L. Exactly. Exercise 1.9 of 7.44 page. No matter, I'll do. But before that, please tell me, is that clear to everyone? Yes, students are saying it is clear. So I can proceed further because your satisfaction is my motto. So I am just waiting that you may tell me that this is clear so that I can proceed. Don't be miser on giving your answers that it is clear. If you are clear, please tell me it is clear. बेटा कंजूस मत बना करो. अगर आपको क्लियर हो जाए तो लिख के भेज दिया करो क्लियर है, ताकि मैं आगे बढ़ता जाऊं. मैं तो आप लोगों की सेटिस्फेक्शन के लिए पढ़ा रहा हूं. अगर आपकी सेटिस्फेक्शन मुझे नहीं पता लगेगी तो मेरे लिए मुश्किल हो जाएगा. बेटा 8th एडजस्टमेंट भी होगी, सारी एडजस्टमेंट करवा दी मैंने. इट मींस फॉर एवरीथिंग इज ओके इन दिस इलस्ट्रेशन. नाउ एमसीक्यू पे आते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 एडजस्टमेंट. 9 MCQ बता दो. चलो लेट्स कम टू द MCQs आफ्टर द ब्रेक. जिनकी डाउट्स रह गए हैं तो आई विल टेक द डाउट्स आफ्टर द ब्रेक. Have a break for 10 minutes, then we will come back with the doubts. Number of students have already sent me the doubts. I'll take those doubts, no worry. But it is better to review. तो एक बार ब्रेक के बाद आप लोग अपने डाउट्स मुझे दोबारा भेज दीजिएगा. इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर मी. आफ्टर द ब्रेक ऑफ 10 minutes we will be back. Sir. Welcome back after the break. Sakaldeep, you have asked about the calculation of interest of Dena Bank. Just see here it is. It is buy balance brought down 50,000. This is on 1st of April 2019 beta. So this is on 1st of April 2019, 50,000 outstanding balance is there. But the remaining 50,000 loan is taken on 31st of March 2020. So the loan taken on 31st of March 2020 and the closing date is also 31st of March 2020. So whether any interest will be charged on this 50,000? No. It will not charge because there is no days. इंटरेस्ट तो बेटा टाइम पीरियड बेस्ड एक्सपेंस है, टाइम बेस्ड एक्सपेंस है. अगर टाइम बीतेगा तभी इंटरेस्ट लगेगा. अब आपने जो यूटिलाइज किया है लोन वो सिर्फ 50,000 का लोन यूटिलाइज किया है. इसके ऊपर अगर आप देखोगे तो 12% के हिसाब से 6 मंथ्स का इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करना है आपने. ओके सॉरी, इसके ऊपर आपने इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करना है 50,000 इंटू 12%. ओके 50,000 इंटू 12%. सो दिस इज 6,000 rupees. Okay, so 6,000 is your amount. How much he have paid? He says we have paid 3,000 only. So remaining 3,000 is outstanding. You are exactly right. Sakaldeep, you are exactly right. Because 6,000 is the total amount of interest, whereas only 3,000 is yet paid. So 3,000 is outstanding. So that will be added in 4,500 interest given to you in profit or loss account. In that 3,000 will be added. 7,500 will be shown in profit or loss account. And in outstanding balance sheet, we have to show 3,000 rupees as a outstanding expense. You are 100% correct. All doubts are clear. Good. MCQ number 2411. Let's see. Illustration number 7 का proposed dividend. Okay. Proposed dividend is not basically a part of your syllabus. It is basically part of corporate accounting because proposed dividend is not a part of sole proprietorship. So it will not come into your exam. Even then I would like to see where it is given. If there is a point given to you, I would like to see where it is exactly. Illustration number 7, proposed dividend. I don't found any proposed dividend in your illustration number 7 beta. Jyoti, you are, I'm not clear on this. So MCQ number 2, 3 and 11. Let's come to multiple choice questions. It will be 2. Prepayment of insurance premium will appear in the balance sheet and in the insurance account respectively. Insurance prepayment of insurance premium. So that must be with the help of an journal entry. You should have to understand it. So we must have to understand this thing that this is basically an asset whenever we are paying any insurance premium, but simultaneously it will be deducted from insurance premium as it is not an expense for us. So due to that reason, it will be shown as an asset. First of all, one thing is very much clear. So while doing MCQ, you will have to do it by this way. It is an asset. So these two may be correct. Now simultaneously, you will have to see whether it will be debited to insurance account or credited to insurance account. For that, it is better you must have to pass a journal entry. Prepaid insurance account debit to insurance account. So you are crediting your insurance account. So this is right. C is the right answer. because entry is prepaid insurance, which is an asset. Asset account is debited. To insurance, this is basically a crediting insurance account. So crediting of insurance account is there. So this is the right answer. Second, fourth MCQ. Payment made to a creditor subject to cash discount will be. So this is again bypassing a journal entry beta. Without journal entry, you are unable to do anything. So pass a journal entry. Payment made to creditor subject to cash discount. So the entry will be creditor account debit to cash to discount received. So what is interested to ask? Reduce a liability. So whenever we are making payment to creditors, obviously our liability will be reduced. So these two may be correct. And this third may also be correct. This is not taken into consideration. Now, second thing is, he says reduce an asset. So whenever we are making payment to a creditor, this is a reduction in liability. Simultaneously, cash will go. So this is a reduction in asset also. Simultaneously, your income will increase. So this is a increase credited to income or added to revenue. You can say added to revenue because your revenue will increase. So asset will also increase. This is correct. But this is not correct. Added to expense. Yeah, add to an asset. Now this is correct. Wrong. Reduce an asset. This is correct. Decrease expenses. Expenses will be decreased. Obviously, this is a better option because it will reduce a liability. One thing, it will reduce an asset. Second thing, and third is decrease expenses. Basically, it will increase revenue. But whenever revenue is increased, that can be also identified as decrease in expense. So it will be a better option because concept should be added to revenue. But here that option is not given to you. We have a reduce an asset, reduce a liability. Yeah, this is correct. Sorry. This is correct instead. But I have deleted in my first instance. That is correct. It will reduce an asset. Exactly right. It will reduce a liability. Exactly right. It will add to revenue. Exactly right. So the answer should be C. I think this is clear. Bypassing journal entry, you can do it. 11th MCQ. Sales for the year ended 31st March 10 lakh. Sales includes goods sold to Mr. A for 50,000 at the profit of 20% on cost. Okay, sales worth rupees 10 lakh are there. He says it includes goods worth rupees 50,000 sold to A at a profit of 20% on goods cost. Such goods are still lying in the godown at the buyer's risk. At the buyer's risk. Whenever risk and return is transferred, it means for its sale. Let it be very much clear. He says such goods are still lying in our godown, but it is at the buyer's risk. Buyer means the person who have purchased it, Mr. A. Therefore, such goods should be treated as a part of sale. It will not be a closing inventory. It will not be goods in transit. It will not anything. It will be a sale. It has already been included in sale, so there is no worry. What is the right answer given to you? Therefore, such goods should be treated as let's see answers are given to you at the end. I would like to see its answer. It will be better. Multiple choice question number 11. A is the right answer. Exactly right. Whatever I have discussed with you. Sir, all doubts are clear. Sir, I have doubt in practical question 1. सर अगर बैलेंस शीट के एंड में एसेट और लाइबिलिटी साइड की टोटल सेम ना आए तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हमसे आंसर में कहीं तो गलती हुई है। ये सही है ना कि बैलेंस शीट में दोनों साइड के टोटल सेम आने चाहिए? एग्जैक्टली राइट बेटा, इट मस्ट बी सेम, अदरवाइज देयर इज अ मिस्टेक मेड बाय यू, यू हैव एंटर्ड एंड यू हैव मेड सम एरर। फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन ऑफ exercise 1.9 of the page 7.44. Okay, fifth question of exercise 1.9 of the page 7.44. 7.44 page, I would like to show you. Someone has asked a query. Fifth question of exercise 1.9. Fifth question. Fifth point may be there, but that is also not there. Fifth question is not there. There's nothing like this. 7.44 page. Arshdeep, your point is not clear. Kunal, can I show working notes first, then start preparing accounts in exam paper? It is better to give working notes at the end. It is always fruitful. 9 MCQ बता दो सर, लो अभी 9th MCQ भी मैं दूं. Question number 9th. Yeah. Sir, illustration number 4 in this question we need to let. MCQ 7th is clear. Sir, it's not an expense. Question number 8th. Illustration number 4. In this we need to let something. What is let, sir? And what is right to let and why? Illustration number 4. Let means giving a place on rent. General meaning of let. See what is the meaning here. He says on 1st April, illustration number 4. In this we need to let something. Okay, on 1st April, provision for doubtful debt is 40,000 trade receivable. This bad debts, it is required to write off the bad debts and create a provision. Show how to compute the amount debted to P&L account. So there's nothing such like word given. Let, what we let, sir? Right to let, sir. There's nothing let written here. What is written here? Let. Where it is written, बेटा? कहीं पर भी let word तो नहीं लिखा हुआ, पर इसका मीनिंग यहाँ पर आपको ये बड़ा अच्छा क्लियर हो सकता है. Those who are interested to review provision for bad debts, those are very much clear on this. On 1st April he says opening provision of 40,000 is given, trade receivables are given 15 lakh, bad debts is given. So you must have to do this illustration. It will help you to understand the concept, whatever we have discussed. Opening provision is given to you. So he has done in the same way whatever I have given to you. Nothing difficult. If you will see, everything is easy, because whatever method I have given to you, you have to do it with this method. That will be easy for you. Just this is the 40,000 is your opening balance. It will be by balance brought down. Then bad debts, 2 bad debts we have to enter, and then we have to create a provision of 5% that will be entered as 2 balance carried down. Here we have done it. 40,000 opening balance, then 1 lakh is the 2 bad debts, then balance carried down is 70,000. Balance figure is 1,30,000. That's it. That will be entered in P&L account. Or the another way which we have discussed, that is also given here. Sir, answer is C. Okay, same thing but difference means. Sir, what do we think business point of view? Business point of view, general meaning is there, because we are talking about anything from business point of view means all expenses whatever we have incurred, that must be entered in the books of account which are incurred from business point of view. Whatever is a personal expense, that will not be entered. So C will be better answer because there is a reduce in assets. Exactly, beta. Sir, explain illustration number 13. It is confusing, please, sir. Control F. Okay. See illustration number 13. After illustrations, I will come to MCQs also. Someone has asked me some query in MCQ also. I will take that. Please keep it into your mind. Okay. So that girl has asked mentioned wrong illustration number earlier. Crimson Limited profit or loss account is given to you. Which one of the item first to sixth above are transferred to provisions, transferred to reserves, and neither related to provision note reserves. Okay, so that is given to you that what it means for. First of all, what means for provision is any loss which we are expecting in future is a provision that is to be transferred to provision. So second is reserves. Reserves meant for profit kept aside. Whatever profit we have earned, but we are interested to keep it aside for future purpose, just for to cover the future prospect or to keep it as a reserve for general purpose. So that is called reserve. See here it is depreciation is an expense. It is also a provision because it is not an expense which has been incurred. This is basically a provision for depreciation, but it is named as depreciation and we are writing it accordingly because it is not paid now. It has already been paid. So provisioning is made for the future purpose. So due to that reason, depreciation is a provision. Bad debts written off. So what is the bad debts written off? This is a loss. This is neither a provision nor a reserve. बैड डेट्स लॉस होता है, ना ही प्रोविजन होती है, ना ही रिजर्व होता है, बिकॉज ये बैड डेट्स हो चुके हैं. इंक्रीज इन प्रोविजन, दिस इज प्योरली अ प्रोविजन. प्रपोज्ड डिविडेंड, दिस इज आल्सो ए प्रोविजन because this is the okay proposed dividend, sorry, proposed dividend is basically a future means we are just talking about future. This is neither a provision nor a reserve because this is not yet given, this is not yet provided for. What is proposed dividend? Distribution of profit. Distribution of profit is not a provision and it is also not a reserve. When it will be declared, it will be a provision. We are creating a provision for this, but this provision is only if we have declared it. So that he has mentioned, this is neither a provision nor a liability nor a reserve. Retained profit for the year, this is a profit kept aside, this is a reserve. Liability for tax, this is purely a liability, this is not a provision, neither a reserve. Am I clear? MCQ question number 4, how assets will reduce, sir? MCQ question number 4. I'm coming to multiple choice questions. Payment made to creditor subject to cash discount, because I have already given you a journal entry for the same. Please refer that journal entry. Creditor account debit. Whenever we are making payment, we are debiting creditors. Creditors have always a credit balance. Due to that reason, here liability is reducing. To cash, because we are making payment by way of cash or bank. So in the same way, asset is reducing. To discount allowed, because discount received, sorry, because we are getting benefit of our addition to revenue, because discount received is what? Discount received is a revenue. So your revenue has increased. So this is addition to revenue. Is that clear? Question number 10 and 7. MCQ 12. Question number 9. So come to question number 9 first. A company wishes to earn a profit of 20% on selling price. Which of the following is the profit markup on cost? This is basically a concept of unitary method. If you are interested to go into depth, then like this you have to do it. This is also a concept which is known to everyone. I would like to give you in a simple way. If profit is given on sale price, then what we are doing, we are assuming let's sale price 100 and we are adding profit in it. Like in the given case it is 20% of what, of 100. So this is 20% of 100. This is 120. This is what, sorry, we are going to get the, in this case we are going to calculate the cost, because if sale is given we have to calculate the cost, if cost is given we have to calculate the sale. Normally this is the concept. So minus profit, then cost price is 80, because we know it very well, whenever profit is deducted from sale price, what we will get, we will get cost price. Now this profit is 20% of 100. So on 80 how much it will be? If you will see percentage of profit on cost, then it is 20 by 80, because profit is 20 if cost is 80. So this is 25%. You may get it. 20 by 80 is 25%. So this means for another thing that profit is 20% of 100. Profit is 20% of 100 of sale, sorry. 20% of sale. That is 1/5 of sale. Then it is equal to 25% of cost that we have calculated now. 25% means 1/4 of cost. So always keep it into your mind that whatever the numerator is there, that will, when you will go from cost to sale price, it will increase. When you will go from sale to cost price, it will decrease. Means याद करने के लिए बता रहा हूं, कंसेप्ट तो मैंने आपको बताया। कंसेप्ट तो यही है कि देखो, जो सेल प्राइस है अगर वो 100 है तो उसके ऊपर 20% प्रॉफिट है, तो उसको माइनस करेंगे तो कॉस्ट प्राइस क्या आएगा, 80। तो इसका मतलब जो परसेंटेज ऑफ प्रॉफिट है वो कोस्ट पे कितना है, 20/80। 20 रुपीज प्रॉफिट अगर सेल कोस्ट प्राइस 80 है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया, 25%। 20/80 इंटू 100 करके देखो कितना आता है, 25%। तो ये तो 25% आ गया। अब जो 20% सेल का है, दैट मीन्स फॉर 1/5 ऑफ सेल हो गया। 20% 100 का 20% कितना होता है, 1/5। और कोस्ट का कितना आया, 25% ऑफ कोस्ट, यही सेम चीज। तो ये 1/4 ऑफ कोस्ट आ गया। इसको थोड़ा डिटेल में ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं कि 20% प्रॉफिट है वो कह रहा है सेल का, तो 20 इज द प्रॉफिट डिवाइडेड बाय सेल। और जब हमने दूसरी तरफ गए निकाला तो क्या पता लगा, 20 इज द प्रॉफिट डिवाइड बाय कॉस्ट कितनी है, 80। प्रॉफिट डिवाइड बाय कॉस्ट, तो ये 1/5 हो गया सेल का, और ये किसके बराबर है, दिस इज इक्वल टू 1/4 ऑफ कॉस्ट। तो अगर 1/4 ऑफ सेल है तो कॉस्ट का कितना होगा, 1/3 ऑफ कॉस्ट होगा। अगर 1/3 ऑफ कॉस्ट है, सेल है, तो कॉस्ट का कितना होगा, 1/2 ऑफ कॉस्ट होगा। ये याद कर लेना आप। इसका मीनिंग आपको कंसाइनमेंट चैप्टर मैंने तो करवाना नहीं है, चलो जो टीचर करवाएगा वो आपको समझा सकता है ज्यादा डिटेल में, और इसको एक्सप्लेन किया जा सकता है। और वाइस वर्सा, अगर मान लो 1/4 ऑफ कॉस्ट है, तो आपने क्या मानना है, सेल का कितना होगा, 1/5 ऑफ सेल। अगर 1/3 ऑफ कॉस्ट है तो सेल का क्या होगा, 1/4 ऑफ सेल। ऐसे होता है, ये नोट डाउन कर लो, इट विल बी बेटर। Assume this is clear to everyone. Ninth is clear now. Someone is asking some other queries also. Question number 7, question number 10. The capital of a sole trader would change as a result. This is basically accounting equation chapter normally done by students in +1. Keep it into your mind when your capital will change, because this chapter is a final chapter. You may see, if you are interested to do this chapter in a proper way, you should have to understand from general to trial balance, everything, every chapter should be clear. If you are not clear on those chapters, you will have to suffer here. This is a practical thing. So let's understand that when your capital will change. Capital will change whenever there is a change in expenses, whenever there is a change in income, whenever there is a addition or withdrawal of capital. That's it. Capital will change only due to these three reasons. No other thing can change your capital. Whenever your expense will increase or decrease, capital will be impacted accordingly. You may note it down with you. If this is a very important point. If you will see that this will have a great impact on your knowledge. Increase in expense, what will be the result of it? Tell me one thing. Whenever expense will increase, your profit will also decrease, because increase in expense, decrease in profit. And whenever there's a decrease in profit, what is the result? Decrease in capital, because profit, increase in profit will increase the capital, decrease in profit will decrease the capital. Now vice versa, decrease in expense, what will happen? If expense will decrease, your profit will increase. If profit will increase, automatically your capital will increase. Whenever your income will increase in income, that will have direct impact on your capital, because it will result into increase in profit, and obviously this will directly impact on your increase in capital. Now vice versa, decrease in income, this will decrease in profit, and this will automatically decrease your capital. Ekta, that may be given according to the conceptual way. Actually, you have mentioned that liability for tax is in transfer to provision. Basically, whenever liability for tax arises, there must be a provisioning for the same, but liability for tax is otherwise a simple liability. If it is named as provision for tax, then it will be transferred to provisioning. So this is all according to the knowledge, because in answer I have seen that it has been given in a different way, but otherwise it is given in different way, so it is not a matter. प्रैक्टिसिंग क्वेश्चन नंबर, सर आपने तो हमारे लिए कुछ क्वेश्चन छोड़े ही नहीं. अच्छा बेटा, दोज हु हैव डन द क्वेश्चंस आर टेकिंग द क्वेरीज टुडे. अब जिन्होंने किए ही नहीं है क्वेश्चन, वो अब करेंगे भी नहीं. उन्होंने करके करने भी क्या है? क्वेश्चंस तो उन्होंने करने थे जिन्होंने कर लिया आज तक, बिकॉज आज हम लोगों ने क्वेश्चंस करके आना था और प्रॉब्लम्स लेके आना था. टुडे यू विल हैव टू कम विद द प्रॉब्लम्स after doing all the questions. Those who haven't done the questions need not to do any question, because they will be unable to do the questions in the exam, and obviously they will be doing it in the next attempt. So to clear it, you will have to do it today. Do it positively, that is mandatory. Don't take it otherwise. I'm just kidding, don't worry. This is crucial, because always the cost price is less than sale price. Exactly. I think every point is clear. Sir, MCQ number 10. MCQ number 10. Let's come to that. Any other doubt? Send me. Yeah, if sales is 2000 and the rate of GP is 25%. That is profit on cost is 25. Then the cost of goods sold, with that we have discussed now beta. अभी तो हमने यही तो काम किया. We have done it now. He says sale is given to you. It is 2,000 rupees. And profit is 1/4 of cost. Profit is 1/4 of cost, but we doesn't have the cost with us. So we must have to understand, if it is 1/4 of cost, it is 1/5 of sale. So what is the sale? Sale is 2,000. Then minus for profit is, how much is the profit? Which has already been included in it. That is 1/5. It is 400 rupees. So answer is 1,600, because 2,000 minus 400 is the profit. Sale minus profit. That is 2,000 minus 400. It is 1,600. So answer is there. That we have discussed now. What is your salary? Sir, you are Barkatullah, you will have to do the questions if you are interested to clear CA. Here, this is not a point that you will have to just see the questions, or you will have to just attend my lecture and then you have to go and do the question, go and clear the exam. If you are interested to clear the exam, I am just telling you again and again, you have to do each and every question. You have to do more and more practice, because at the end of the day, when the result will come and you people are going to blame the ICI that they are giving poor result, that is very wrong. If you are confident that we can solve it in the exam, that confidence can only be obtained by doing the question again and again. बेटा आप सभी को एक चीज हमेशा करनी चाहिए, आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए क्वेश्चंस की, क्वेश्चंस करने चाहिए सॉल्व. अगर आप क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं करते तो ये +1 +2 नहीं है, ये आपकी 10th तक की क्लासेस नहीं है जहां पर आपने क्लियर हो जाना है. सीए को क्लियर करने का एक ही तरीका है, डू मोर एंड मोर क्वेश्चंस, डू मोर एंड मोर प्रैक्टिस बाय योर ओन हैंड्स. अपने हाथों से करना है, ये भगवान ने जो हाथ दिए इनसे करना है. डोंट पुट इट अदरवाइज कि हाँ जी भी चलो मैंने देख लिया है मुझे ठीक लग रहा है. ये हमने बचपन से एक ना अप्रोच ली हुई है कि हम लोग कहते हैं कि हम लोग क्वेश्चंस को देख लेते हैं, सॉल्व्ड क्वेश्चन देखा, आंसर देखा, हमें लगता है हम कर लेंगे. नो, दैट कांट बी डन द एग्जाम. आई एम टेलिंग यू अगेन एंड अगेन, एंड दीज वर्ड्स विल बी रिमेंबर, विल अगेन कम टू योर मेमोरी लेटर ऑन. ये बाद में आपके दिमाग में आएंगे जब एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन सॉल्व ना हुआ. हाँ, अगर आपने क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर लिया अपने हाथों से तो कोई भी ऐसा चांस नहीं है कि आप एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन सॉल्व ना कर पाओ. अगर एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना चाहते हो तो आज उन क्वेश्चंस को करो. आप ऐसी ऐसी क्वेरीज मेरे से ले रहे हो जो क्वेरीज नॉर्मली जनरल से लेकर ट्रायल बैलेंस तक बच्चों को क्लियर हो जाती हैं, बट आई एम टेकिंग दोज क्वेरीज फॉर योर फेवर ओनली. आप लोगों को करना क्या चाहिए? आप लोगों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस करने चाहिए. चलो, कमिंग टू द मोर क्वेरीज पार्ट. एम आई राइट कि अगर आप लोग ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस करोगे, प्रैक्टिस हाथों से करोगे तो क्लियर हो जाओगे? अगर मैं सही हूं तो मुझे कम से कम लिख के भेजो. सर प्लीज टेक क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 ऑफ प्रैक्टिकल क्वेश्चंस को एमसीक्यू नंबर 8. लेट्स डू एमसीक्यू नंबर 8, दैट इज मोर बेटर, बिकॉज अभी हम लोग एमसीक्यूज कर रहे हैं. एक बार एमसीक्यू हो जाए. A decrease in the provision for doubtful debt would result in, if your provision for doubtful debt will decrease, it will obviously increase your profit, because provision for doubtful debt will decrease, then profit will increase, na? It will result into increase in profit. A decrease in the provision for doubtful debt, it doesn't result into increase in liability, because it is obviously a liability itself. Decrease in working capital, no, there is no chance, because in that case working capital will increase, so there is an increase in profit only. This is the right answer. Practicing question number 5. okay sir, 12 MCQ में expenses क्यों नहीं include होंगे? If sale revenue are 4 lakh, cost of goods sold is 3 lakh 10,000, expenses are 60,000, GP is 4 lakh minus 3 lakh 10,000. Why? Because whenever it is written that these are expenses, that means for these are indirect expenses. Let it be very much clear. Because direct expenses must be mentioned as direct expenses. These are assumed as indirect expenses in this case, and hence entered in profit or loss account while calculating net profit. So if he is interested to ask net profit from you, you will have to deduct it. But he is asking only gross profit. To calculate gross profit, you have to do sale minus COGS only. COGS itself includes direct expenses. So these are for the purpose of calculating net profit. Just he's trying to confuse you. You must not be confused. Is increase in expense mean increase in asset? Increase in expense means no, increase in expense doesn't mean for increase in asset beta. That doesn't meant for increase in expense, never meant for increase in asset. In that case, decrease in asset is there, because if expense will increase, obviously simultaneously your cash will also decrease. 12 MCQ, sir. Okay, beta. That has been done. Sir, are you a practicing chartered accountant? Yes, beta. How to gain account, final account chapter, full concept and attend all question, all chapters. Exactly right, beta. सारे क्वेश्चंस करोगे अच्छी तरह क्लियर हो जाएगा सर. व्हेन विल वी स्टार्ट यूनिट 2 ऑफ चैप्टर 7? अगर टाइम हो तो बेटा अभी करेंगे स्टार्ट, नहीं तो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में करेंगे. Obviously in the next lecture we will start it. That is a very small chapter. Now what you have to do, your duty is to do some favor for me also, because we'll have to complete that chapter also. This is a manufacturing account, final accounts of manufacturing entities. Okay, so this unit 2 is basically similar to your unit 1. Not too much big difference is there. Just the main part is that here manufacturing account is there, which you have to prepare in addition to the trading account. Now let it be very much clear, whenever there is a manufacturing unit, because we have already discussed it in our first lecture, that manufacturing account is required to be prepared only in case of manufacturing units where some manufacturing is there. So in that case, all the expenses which relates to factory will go to manufacturing account, and those are named as direct expenses. In that, some minor things are there which you have to keep into your mind, like this thing. I would like to show you a manufacturing account. It will be better for you. Here it will be difficult to understand. I'm going to give you this one. I would like to give you the pro forma of manufacturing account, because that will be a better option to understand this chapter. This is a very good pro forma. If you will see here, what meant for manufacturing account is, that will be more clear from this pro forma. Here, what is the basic concept? First of all, manufacturing account meant for the account in which all manufacturing activities will be entered. Now, what are the manufacturing activities? We have three types of stock with us in manufacturing account. You must have to see when there is a factory. One thing is there, that is raw material. Second thing is there, that is work in progress. And third thing is there, that is finished goods. So coming to the raw material and work in progress, these two items will come in manufacturing account. So opening stock of raw material and work in progress will come in manufacturing account. and closing stock of raw material and work in progress will come in manufacturing count, whereas the opening stock and closing stock of finished goods will go into trading count. And then purchase of raw material and return of raw material will be entered here, because raw material purchase will be entered in manufacturing count, whereas if any purchase of finished goods is made, that will go to trading count. All expenses relating to purchases or manufacturing of raw material and conversion them into finished goods, whatever is incurred in factory, that will be entered here. So see, here it is given carriage on purchase of raw material, direct wages, manufacturing wages, factory rent rates, taxes, repair, lighting, multi-power, factory insurance, scope, coal, depreciation on plant. But when there is a depreciation on furniture, fixture is there, office equipment is there, all that will go to profit or loss account. As earlier, whatever we are doing, this is an addition, this is not a deduction. Let it be very much clear. Those items which we have already discussed, that these will be entered in trading count or P&L account, those are not going to be entered in मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट हैज इट्स ओन एग्जिस्टेंस. आपको बस इतना ही समझना है कि जो भी खर्चा फैक्ट्री के अंदर होता है, रॉ मटेरियल से लेकर फिनिश गुड्स के बनने तक का, वो सारा एक्सपेंस आपको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में डालना और कुछ भी नहीं है. दैट इज वेरी 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 इजी. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट इज द मोस्ट इजीएस्ट पॉइंट. अब इसमें देखो, फैक्ट्री इंश्योरेंस इज देयर, depreciation on factory building, this will be entered here. Depreciation on plant, because plant is always in factory. Royalty on output, royalty is a part of manufacturing, because we are paying royalty on manufacturing of the product. Royalty is what, like we are जैसे हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we are going to get advantage of a patent from someone. We have taken a patent from someone that we are going to manufacture the product which have been discovered by someone else. In that case, the person who has discovered it will give us the right to manufacture that item, and against that they will charge royalty from us. For example, I have authored a book on Punjab VAT in 2005, which has been published by Bharat Law House. Now, Bharat Law House is a publisher. They are manufacturing those books, but that book is written by me. Due to that reason, I have a copyright of that book, and they will have to pay me the royalty for whatever books they will produce and sold them. So this is our expense on manufacturing or production. Hence, it will be entered in manufacturing account. Okay. In addition to that, there is a sale of scrap which will be entered. Finally, whatever is the balance sheet figure, that will be cost of production transferred to trading account. Means whatever is the balance sheet figure, that will be entered here as cost of production. Balance sheet figure. And this will be transferred to trading account. This is just additional account which you have to understand. Speak it out. Is that clear? Very easy to understand, very easy to do it. There's no worry about it. Just you have to do one thing. You have to transfer this to trading account. Let's see. This is a trading account. In this, same system will be there, whatever was the earlier. That is, we have to enter each and everything as earlier. Opening stock of finished goods, closing stock of finished goods, sales as normal, purchases of finished goods, returns. Just one thing will be an additional point, that is cost of production. This will come from manufacturing account. Whatever is the balance sheet figure of manufacturing account, that will be shown here. Whatever direct expenses incurred on finished goods, that will be shown here on purchases of finished goods. But all those expenses like direct wages, freight, carriage, octroi, those will be entered in manufacturing account now, because those are the part of production now. Balance sheet figure is GP, which will be transferred to P&L account as normal, as earlier. There's nothing typical. So I would like to suggest you to do one thing. On day after tomorrow, you have to come with the complete manufacturing account. You have to do that manufacturing account, all illustrations you have to do, all practical problems you have to do. When you will do, you will understand the concept. If I'll do, I'll understand the concept. Now exams are to be given by you. मैंने concept बता दिया, questions आप करोगे, problems लाओगे मेरे पास. I will discuss the problems. Because जब आपने एक बार सारे questions को go through करा होता है, आपने पढ़ा होता है, तो आपको करने का मजा आता है. आज उन सभी को बहुत मजा आया होगा जिन्होंने क्वेश्चंस पढ़े हुए थे, जिनको मतलब कई बार हमें ऐसा लगता है ये क्वेश्चन तो मुझे आता था, दूसरे ने पूछा है, ये देखो मुझे आता था, कॉन्फिडेंस अपग्रेड होता है। और कई बार ऐसा लगता है ये क्वेश्चन मुझे नहीं आता था तो दूसरे ने पूछ लिया तो बात बन गई मेरी, तो दैट इज गुड। तो कॉमन क्वेरीज ली जा सकती हैं, कॉमन पॉइंट्स लिए जा सकते हैं, दैट विल बी ऑलवेज बेटर। तो इसलिए मेरा सुजेशन है कि ये चैप्टर आप करके आओ, ये बड़ा इजी चैप्टर रहेगा, बहुत मजा आएगा करने में। हम इसके डाउट्स लेंगे नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में, जो भी डाउट्स होंगे उसके बाद नेक्स्ट चैप्टर स्टार्ट करेंगे। कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस भी इसके कर लेंगे हम लोग, बट आपकी ड्यूटी ये है कि इस चैप्टर को कंप्लीट करके आना। किसको? मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट मींस यूनिट 2 आपने कंप्लीट करना है, दिस इज योर ड्यूटी। वुड यू डू इट? करोगे कि नहीं करोगे बताओ? कमिट विद मी, आर विल यू डू इट और नॉट? तब तक मैं आप लोगों की क्वेरीज के आंसर देता हूं। लाइक आफ्टर इट वेजेस आर रिकॉर्डेड इन ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, in case of manufacturing wages will be entered in manufacturing count, not in trading count। अगर आप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट बना रहे हो तो याद रखो उस केस में सिर्फ और सिर्फ उसमें कोई, अगर आपने परचेजेस पे डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस किया तो आएगा। किसकी? फिनिश्ड गुड्स की परचेज पे। जो आपने एक्सपेंसेस अदरवाइज करे हैं ना जितने भी, वो अब सारे डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस कहाँ चले जाएंगे? मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अकाउंट में। All direct expenses will go to manufacturing account. In case manufacturing account is prepared, no need to record any direct expense in trading account now. In trading account, we will enter only opening stock of finished goods, closing stock of finished goods, purchase of finished goods, sale of finished goods. In addition to that, if there is any particular expense which has been incurred on those goods which have been purchased as a finished goods by us, only those direct expenses will be entered here. फाइनल अकाउंट कौन कौन से चैप्टर से रिलेट है? जनरल टू फाइनल अकाउंट इज रिलेटेड टू ऑल चैप्टर्स वट एवर इज कवर्ड टिल डेट। चैप्टर नंबर 1 to चैप्टर नंबर 5 or 6, वट एवर यू हैव डन टिल नाउ। यस, आई विल डू इट। वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी, योर कमिटमेंट इज माई बूस्ट अप। फाइनल अकाउंट कौन कौन? ऑब्वियसली वी विल डू इट सर, इंक्लूडिंग पास्ट एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चंस, मस्ट डू इट। वेरी गुड। ओके देन, we'll meet in the next lecture with the same energy, same enthusiasm. Okay, bye bye.